In the heart of Egypt, where the sands whisper secrets of a long-lost civilization, lie tombs untouched for thousands of years. Within their depths, carved into ancient stone, warnings echo across time. Curses meant to protect the dead from those who would dare disturb their eternal rest. But these were not idle threats. History has recorded the chilling consequences suffered by those who ignored them. One of the most infamous cases dates back to the reign of Ramses IX. During this time, a wave of tomb robberies swept through the Valley of the Kings. Among the looted graves were the resting places of pharaohs, their burial chambers ransacked for gold and precious artifacts. But what awaited these looters was far more terrifying than the wrath of the living. The Judicial Papyrus of Turin, an ancient court document, records the trials of these thieves. Many met gruesome ends, some executed, others found dead under strange circumstances. Inscriptions on these tombs foretold their fate. He who violates this tomb, may Anubis tear his flesh, may Osiris deny him rest, and may his soul never reach the afterlife. Whether by divine punishment or the unseen hand of fate, their doom was sealed. Further back in time, the great Pharaoh Tuthmosis III ensured his tomb carried a chilling message to those who might disturb his slumber. Deep within his burial chamber, hidden beneath the cliffs of the Valley of the Kings, the warning still remains. He who enters this tomb will be consumed by a crocodile, a snake, and a hippopotamus. His body shall not be buried, and his soul shall be restless forever. It was a dire proclamation, and while it may sound like mere words, history suggests otherwise. Centuries later, when the tomb was finally uncovered, many of those who entered fell ill, stricken by infections and unexplained diseases. Could it have been exposure to ancient bacteria? Or had the spirits of the pharaohs exacted their revenge? Then there is the tale of Seti I, father of the legendary Ramses II. His tomb, one of the most elaborate ever constructed, bore a dire warning. Whosoever shall defile this tomb, his flesh shall be consumed by fire, and the gods shall cast him into eternal darkness. The tomb was looted in antiquity, yet something peculiar happened. The site was resealed multiple times, as if those who had entered had feared what they had unleashed. The fate of the looters remains unknown, but ancient accounts suggest some were later found dead. Their bodies decayed in unnatural ways. Were they merely victims of tomb collapse, or was there something more sinister at play? In a more recent discovery, the tomb of Osiris, a high priest of Thoth, held a curse that spoke of erasure from history itself. May the gods strike down anyone who enters my tomb without right, and may they be erased from history as if they had never lived. Centuries after its sealing, when explorers ventured inside, they found something unsettling: skeletal remains of looters near the entrance, their cause of death unknown. Poison traps? Disease? Or had they, as the curse warned, been erased from existence by forces beyond comprehension? But curses did not always target tomb robbers alone. Even those with noble intentions found themselves in the grip of fate. The famous archaeologist Gaston Maspero, who oversaw the unwrapping of several royal mummies, documented eerie occurrences that followed. Reports spoke of unexplained accidents and sudden illnesses among those who disturbed the dead. Maspero himself remained skeptical, yet many who crossed the boundaries of the ancient Egyptian underworld did not live long enough to question the warnings. One of the most famous cases of alleged curse effects in modern times is that of Lord Carnarvon, the man who financed Howard Carter's excavation of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922. Shortly after the tomb was opened, Carnarvon died under mysterious circumstances. A seemingly minor mosquito bite turned deadly. At the moment of his passing, a power outage plunged Cairo into darkness, and back in England, his beloved dog let out a howl and dropped dead. Though many skeptics dismissed these events as coincidence, the sheer number of deaths among those involved in the excavation continues to fuel speculation. Could it be that the Boy King's final warning, though never found in inscriptions, still held true? The warnings were not mere superstition. They were placed by those who believed in their power, by people who understood the cost of disturbing the dead. While modern science may provide explanations, airborne toxins, ancient microbes, or psychological fear, it cannot explain everything. Across centuries, tales persist of those who defy these ancient warnings and suffer the consequences. Were these tombs truly cursed? Or did the power of belief manifest their doom? The mysteries of ancient Egypt remain as compelling as ever, buried beneath sand and time. But one question lingers in the minds of all who dare explore the past. If given the chance, would you step inside?